Hello, my name is Visor. Welcome to Game 16 of Let's Play Game Dev Tycoon. Last episode, we made a game called Deus Ex, and it's going to do pretty well. We're going to make around $15 million. But I'm noticing a problem. Now, for this game, it's already been 10 years and 8 months. And I'm only doing a 35-year game, which is currently the recommended length. The problem is, I'm only making one game per year, which sounds like there should be a lot left, but remember, there's actually more than 30 topics left. So really, my data collection is going very slowly compared to how many topics I have left. Now, somebody did propose a solution. It was Bob and Threadbare again. He was saying, well, you could hire a new person and just have them do small games on the side. Maybe have them offset from your current development cycle. So, you know, when your main crew is training, you have your new employee make a small game. Now, I was thinking about that, and it does give us some advantages. It dramatically increases the number of games we have so we can get more game reports, which helps us collect a lot more data. Additionally, it also helps our new employee get acclimated to the team faster because they're making a bunch of small games. However, there are also some major LP concerns. Since your games are always compared to your previous game scores, having a one-man team making a small game might just result in some really bad games, which may or may not be a terrible thing. If they're really bad games, I might still do them, but I definitely don't want to show them off. Also, I don't want to waste your guys' game suggestions on them. Yeah, I make some bad games, but I don't want to intentionally waste your ideas. However, there is one potential major downside. What if we start losing fans? If these little games are so bad that we lose a bunch of fans every time we make them, then they're not worth it. So, what can we do? Try it, of course. Really the only option we have. So, this episode, we're going to hire somebody new just to see what happens. Now, from the last time we hired an employee, we saw that increasing your budget is pretty important. So, I mean, the first two hires we had weren't great. They weren't terrible, but we obviously could get better people. So this time we'll do 100K, and I don't think I really want to pick any specific strengths. I don't think I want somebody who's overly technical or overly design focused. We're trying to do a one-man design team, so having somebody who's a little more balanced just makes more sense. Alright, let's see what our options are. We have a level 2. Okay, they're all level 2. In terms of design and technology, it looks like Henry Bush is probably the most balanced, but his speed is a little too low. So let's look at the third and first guy. Joel Hawkins compared to Marcus Ryan. Overall, Marcus Ryan has the better speed stat. Research is comparable. In terms of design technology, they're both about the same. Yeah, they're inverted. Marcus is a little higher in design, Joel's higher in technology, but overall it's the same amount of points. So I think it's best just to hire Marcus Ryan. He's just the best pick in this case. Anyway, we'll do the staff welcoming training for Marcus Ryan, and then have him start working on that solo game. Off camera though, because it's just a minor test, and we want to see the final results more than anything else. Alright, so we had our one-man team develop a small game for the Gameling. It was called Udon Hair Tesla Electric Boogaloo. Udon Hair was my pun for Ludum Dare. It might not have been a great pun, but whatever. Overall, the points were kind of abysmal. They were around the 10 to 15 range, and that's far lower than our previous game. So, let's see what the game reviews actually say. Ooh. It's a bit harsh. Yeah, I don't think this is going to do very well. Okay, so this game definitely did not do well. Let's see what happens in terms of whether we lose fans. That's really our main concern. Additionally, I think this is a case where trashing the game makes more sense than releasing it. Remember, on that review screen, you can always just trash a game without releasing it, which could make sense if you're going to really hurt your fan numbers. Granted, I'm pretty sure you can't make a game report if you trash the game, so we'll do a game report this time just because we got to get as much benefit as we can from this thing. Jesus, a 2.5. I really think that's our worst game ever. Anyway, we need to research some new topics. Now, we don't want to do any of these game engine things right now because we just released a game engine like 2 episodes ago. Instead, let's look at our topics. Not sure which one I actually want to do. I guess law and hacking are the best pick in this case. Don't really know how you do a comedy game. I mean, I know a game can be humorous, but a game about comedy is different. Oh, looks like we have a bit of market analysis. We might actually want to take advantage of this time to save ourselves from the damages from releasing Tesla's Electric Boogaloo, which apparently has cost us 2.8k fans in just the first month. Holy shit. So let's go through our game ideas and see whether we have a good action game going for us. Alright, so I have an idea for an action game. It's an idea from DS Scruffy 1. It's called Xcong. The planet is being invaded by apes from outer space. Features of the game include permadeath, barrels, crippling luck and inaccuracy, and more exploding barrels. Now, I know this probably would have worked better as a strategy game or an RPG to deal with the crippling luck thing, but we needed an action game, and for some reason, we don't actually have that many suggestions. Now, there was a modern military shooter suggestion, which would be an action game, except for the fact I want to save it for multiplayer, because otherwise it doesn't really make sense. Anyway, let's get everybody ready and try to self-publish a game before we hemorrhage too many fans. We can probably start as soon as this game report finishes. The guys being trained is not a big deal. Jesus Christ, we gained a lot from this game report about, this terrible game. Apparently, rhythm and casual was a great combination. Graphics is very important, which we did. Story quest was not important, which we also did. Really, everything was great. The only concern was the guy backing it up was not good enough. That's what it comes down to. Oh, some additional insight. Thank you, game. We need to focus our whole team on the development of a game. Yeah, apparently. So that little experiment failed, so we know better now and won't do it again. Though I guess this doesn't really solve our low number of games per year issue. Oh well, we'll figure something out. Okay, so that's pretty much all the important people. I can have this guy keep training for now. Let's develop a new action game. Though, I do kind of want to do a sequel. But I don't think I have any game suggestions for a good sequel yet. Well, there's one for Enter the Cage, but other than that, I think we might have had one for Bite the Bullet as well. But none of those were action games, so maybe we'll do it next time. Alright, so it's going to be a medium game. It's going to be called Xcong. What should the target audience be, though? Should it be a mature game? Well, at least we can pick a platform first. Now, I think I might want this to be our first game on the Play system. I want to work on a new family of consoles. But let's look through whether we have any data on action games yet. Which seems to be a no. But I'm pretty sure an action game would work on the Play system. So let's go for that. Ooh, 200k. That's a pretty expensive licensing fee. Pretty sure the Super TS was only 5 figures. Anyway, so let's pick our genre. It's obviously going to be an action game. As for a topic, we have space apes, so I guess it has to be UFO. We could do sci-fi, but I think UFO makes more sense. As for the engine, again, we only have that second engine. Do we want to do mature or everyone? I mean, I picked the system to find a new console to do mature games. Let's stick to everyone for now. Go for the safer pick because we need to make some damn money. Anyway, as for the graphics, I think we'll stick to 3D graphics. I really want to level it up so we can eventually do 3D graphics level 2 or 3D graphics level 3. As for the new guy, I kind of want to train him some more. He was supposed to be balanced, but he ended up a little design heavy. So let's make him do some sort of technology training. Kind of want to see what happens if he's training and we're making a game at the same time. Will he contribute? Will he not? We'll see. Alright, stage 1. So this is going to be an action game, and what do we know about action games? Gameplay is important. Story and quest is not. Engine is... who knows? Let's leave it here. I mean, I think engine should be pretty important for an action game. So this means we probably don't want to do linear story and simple cutscenes, because we won't get the full benefit. So let's just do simple cutscenes. Engine's pretty standard, and we'll do all the gameplay options. So that should do. But then how are we going to divide up the work? Well, I guess Eric has to do the engine work. Visor can do the gameplay. What about story and quests? I mean, technically right now Marcus has the highest design points, but he's also in training. I don't know if that messes with it or not. I guess it really doesn't matter, so we'll just stick Ryan on it. Probably be alright. Okay, the minigear is no longer supported. No big deal. We did nothing with it. So far, it doesn't look like Marcus is generating any points, which makes sense. He's training. And look, we have a media inquiry. So let's agree to do that. See what happens. Definitely could use more hype. Okay. So I guess between these choices, we'll probably focus on graphics more. I believe that makes more sense than dialogue. I mean, I sure as hell am not going to hit I don't know. Obviously, I should know something about game development. Otherwise, it would be sort of a PR nightmare. Oh, should we also start marketing? No, I don't think so. From our last game, when we marketed in stage 2, eventually it started going down when we were waiting for G3. So obviously there's a sweet spot that we sort of have to hit for it to be effective. Stage 1 is probably too early. All right, here's the interview. And why did he completely misspell my name? How did it become Red Nerd Gems? It's Rendered Gems. How did he screw up all these letters? Is there a bit of gaming journalism history that I'm missing here? I don't understand how it can be screwed up that badly. But whatever. Besides that, it looks like they agree with me. For this type of game, graphics is more important than dialogue. Which is nice, but it doesn't seem to generate any hype. Anyway, so we said dialogue is probably not important. I think artificial intelligence and level design should be important. So something like this will do. Which also means we probably don't want to do a dialogue tree. We're not going to get the full benefits from it. We'll just stick to better dialogue. Now, I guess dialogue really should be something Ryan is supposed to do, but I kind of want to get Marcus involved. I know he doesn't have to do anything, but get him some EXP at least, right? As for the rest, Visor on level design, Erica on artificial intelligence, makes perfect sense. Though we did say graphics is important. Well, I think by stage 3, Marcus will be done with his training, so we can really get him working on graphics. Assuming he actually finishes training by then. Oh good, he did finish his training. Perfect. Yeah, that's bad. Ooh. Overall, in the end, we lost around 5K fans. So yeah, we're never doing that experiment ever again. Oh, but we need to do marketing. Could do magazines and demo again, but we do have the money for a small campaign. And our hype level is really, really low. We definitely could use a lot more hype. Plus, in terms of points, the design and technology points look pretty damn good right now. Yeah, so let's go with a small campaign. Kind of thought a small campaign would give more hype than this. Okay. So we said graphics was important, so I guess we're gonna have to mix it like this. Well, I think we need a little more world design. It's an action game, but it still has a world that's going on in, right? I at least want to do the minimum amount of world design to hit those 2 features. I guess that looks pretty good. So, I guess we can always have Ryan do world design. That makes sense. Then have Marcus do graphics. What about sound? Do we put Kelly on sound? Or maybe we could put Erica. Now that would overwork her. Guess we'll have to use Kelly. Or, yeah, I guess this could work. If we lower sound a bit, Erica won't be completely overworked. Yeah, this will have to do. Looks like our hype is still way too low. Not sure what to do about it. Oh, great, G3. So in a month, we're going to be able to do G3. What type of booth should we do? I mean, we did try a medium booth once, but we didn't really gain many new visitors for the cost. So I don't know, maybe that's not worth it. However, we do need a lot more hype. So we need the hype, so we'll do the medium booth. Hopefully this will help us build up a lot more hype. Oh, we finished. From a number standpoint, it looks pretty good. Pretty sure it's a new record in technology. maybe in design as well. But we need to wait for G3. Not bad. I'm pretty sure all the fans we gained from Deus Ex helped us out a bunch. Maybe the medium booth as well. But are we in the top 100 booths? No, we still haven't. Okay, we still need to work on fans. But that was a huge boost in hype, so that's good. Oh, hype is dropping though, so let's finish this. Okay, so we got a new technology record, which I think is probably good for an action game. That seems to make sense to me anyway. And also it looks like our 3D graphics leveled up, so we're probably going to need to research a new game engine, maybe next game or the game after, depending on how many research points we get. Yeah, so definitely something we need to consider. Oh, what's this? Sure, I guess. I mean, that's not a lot of money. I guess this is cool. Not sure what it does. Hopefully it'll make it more efficient. Anyway, let's see the game reviews. Hopefully Xcong will do pretty well and everyone will forget about Tesla's electric boogaloo. Oh, nice. Okay, okay. Alright, so it's not another 10. It's not as good as our previous real game. But still, this is pretty good. And it's our first self-published medium game. So hopefully we'll make a lot of money. Plus, action games are popular, so maybe we'll make even more money. Anyway, let's go see the final sales numbers. Okay, so first up, on the game report, we see that UFO and action is a great combination. The platform match was also great with the audience, as well as the audience with the topic. That's all really cool. However, we learned something unexpected. Apparently, sound is very important for this type of game. I would not have expected that, and again, that was something we skimped a little on. We also gained some additional insight, but it's mostly something we expected. Marcus is still pretty new. Now onto the sales numbers. Xcong made about half as much money as Deus Ex, despite having action games being popular at the time. However, even though they only have a small score difference, the top sales rank were completely different. Deus Ex was ranked 1, while Xcong was only ranked 8th. However, we can compare it to another previous game, Hannibal. Hannibal was ranked 9th, but it only made $2.7 million. Now, how much of that profit increase is from action games being popular, and how much is it from us self-publishing? We don't know yet, so we'll have to pay attention to our next game, which will also be self-published. However, what's most interesting is that Xcong gained us the least amount of fans, compared to Hannibal and Deus Ex. Maybe we need more marketing, but we won't know until next episode. So until then, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.